Good day, YouTube. Today is Friday. It's September 11th. No, August 11th. Jumping ahead, 2017. And I'm going to show you a little something I've done with barrels in the past to put a spigot in the bottom of a barrel for like utility water. So I have my shop is an old dairy barn, and I do not have water service here. So I either bring water in this barrel and siphon it into a 250-gallon tote that I have, which is then pumped into the building, or I get it from the neighbor. But I bring water out here often. I'm going to need to pressure wash the building to do some painting, and I can easily run by my house and fill up a 50-gallon barrel and then connect my small pressure washer to the barrel and then use that to pressure wash. Or if I'm doing a vehicle or whatever, and I brought some water out here the other day so I could run outboard motor and blah, 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 blah. So I used to have a barrel with a spigot in it that I made years ago. My wife and I had an off-grid cabin up in the woods in Central Oregon, but that barrel stayed with the cabin when we left. So we're going to make another one. I just thought I'd show you how you might find it useful. So I think I have everything here we need, hopefully. So I have a drill and a step bit that's hopefully the right size. Went to the Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever and picked up a spigot with a flange, and that has this inset piece right there, and I think I've got about the right size. You want that hole to fit as tight as you can, and then we're simply going to glue it in with silicone, let it dry for a couple days. This barrel's actually about half full of water, so I have it laying on its side, but there's still water in it, so when we're done I can just stand it back up again. So the key is to use a little piece of Scotch-Brite, and I'm so cheap that I take a full sheet of Scotch-Brite and I cut it into these little 1-inch squares, and it goes lasts long time if you cut them up little 1-inch squares, and silicone. So let's stick you up on a stand, and I think this is just going to take 5 minutes to put the spigot in, and then a couple days to let it dry real good before we put any water to it. So let's not put it right at the bottom. That leaves you room for sediment, especially if you're doing things like catching rainwater out of your gutters or something. And we're just going to rough up the surface to make the silicone stick, gets rid of all of the dirt and whatever. It gives it a nice rough surface. We don't have to do too much with it or go too crazy. That should be good. Then we're just going to drill a hole carefully to let it get away from you. Right in the middle. Let's stop there and check. See how close we are. Okay, let's go one more step on the bit. Slow and controlled. Again, I don't use this for drinking water, so we don't have that to worry about. I would have to flush it out, bleach it, and so forth. Okay, we're going for the last step. Hopefully it's big enough. I've got other step bits that are bigger, but not in front of me. Okay, baby, fit. Oh, perfect. Nice and sturdy. Okay, but here's the deal. Don't point it down, because you got room for your hose. So you want to point it horizontally, right? That thing is in there. That's a great size for that. And then we'll get out the silicone. A little tip: when you put your lid back on your silicone, coat the threads so that you don't end up with this thing all plugged up every time you want to use it. And we are not going to spare the silicone. The idea is just going to push out all over everywhere, and give it a good tight seal, but also glue it, give it some strength. Look at that. Woo-hoo. Okay, and now we're just going to stick it on. That's all there is to it. Stick it in the hole and ooze it out. Look at that. Okay. That's it. we're just gonna leave it. It is done, done, done. Remember my tip. Put a little silicone on the threads and spin that back on there. Next time you go to use this, it's gonna be good. You'll be able to use it. So there it is. I now have me a barrel with a spigot on it. I can go by my house, which is just blocks away from here, and fill up the barrel with water, and then just hook a hose to it and turn on the spigot and get the water out of the barrel, and I don't have to continue to siphon it anymore. Right on. All right, that's it. That's my little project we're checking out. Thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing, and we'll do it again.